Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Hello guys, how is your day? I hope you have a good day and I hope you're healthy because we are going up again with our COVID-19. So I hope you're healthy back again with my Paras at learning Kisco and Microtic with me. And as you know, we will continue discuss about our material is CCNA material. I hope you will understand this video. So if you wanna ask something or wondering how beginning at CCNA, you can ask the comment column. So don't shy to asking to me because I'm usually can give you answer. Okay, in this video I will talk about dynamic routing. Previously we are talk about static routing. This is so hard to static routing. As you know, we administrator should be watching our configuration is right or not, and we accompany IP address what we want. But in the here in dynamic routing, we will the system will flow it because we are configured the dynamic routing. And now we will discuss about Cisco proprietary dynamic routing is and I will ask talk about we generally first. Then dynamic routing is a router has and create routing automatically by listening for network traffic and also communicate with other routers. Routing protocol managing router that can communicate with each other provided information to each to provide each with running routing information that can change the content to the forwarding table depending on the network state. In this way, routers know the current state of the network and able to forward data in the right direction. In the words, dynamic routing is the process of filling in routing data in the routing table automatically. The routing protocol will be used in router that use dynamic routing. Routing protocol will exchange routing table with other routers that use dynamic routing. So if that happens, the network this protocol will automatically notify all routers that access of the network, and these are several types of routing protocol. RIP is routing information protocol. EIGRP is interior OSPF open short passwords. EIGRP enhances interior gateway protocol routing. BGP border gateway protocol and ISS. And now I will give you access about dynamic routing. First is suitable for large access and introduce only address that directly connected to the router. But the lag of the dynamic routing is the workload of the router become heavier because it always updates the IP table every time curtain time. The speed of recognition, the completeness of the IP table is quite long because the router broadcasts to all the routers until there is a match of so after configuration has to wait well for each other for each router to get all IP address with access. Okay, do you get it guys of generally? I think for our network engineering, we uh, not important about generally, but our condition at field is so more important. But I think generally is give us our imagine how that configuration can work. Okay, first you need Cisco packet tracer first and make topology like this. If you wanna make other topology is good, but I think if you wanna run at first, it is better to copy like me. Okay, first you need to go to IP address, filling the IP address of our PC and our end user, this and this. This IP address I'm this 192.168.15 and 0.25. After filling, we gonna continue our configuration to our first router 0. Type no, as you can see on your screen. Just like usually our entering our IP address at Cisco packet tracer fa0/0 first 0/0 for our for our user. After that, no shutdown usually for our turning the interface and the IP address 2015.1.25.255.255 for our subnet mask. After that, for our neighbor router, and the IP address is 10, guys. Okay, point 1, I think 255 for our subnet mask. Okay, after this, you're gonna changing goes to the router 1, CLI, but no, enable configuration terminal, interface our left neck board first is router 0, FA0/0, okay, no shutdown. For our tuning, the interface is 10.10.2 for the last, entering the subnet mask. Okay, interface FA0/1 for right router neighbor. Okay, adding the IP address is 2020.2. Okay, done. Last our router 2 go CLI. It's so easy, guys, if you usually configure and exercise the routing protocol like this. FA0 slash our first neighbor router 0/0, no shutdown. Entering the IP address is 20.1.255. INTFA0/1 for our user, no shutdown. After that, entering IP address 25.1.255, the subnet mask. After this, you can see on your screen we are done about it's done for our first step is entering the IP address. But if you want to ping to our neighbor, such as a neighbor, our end user is 25 with IP address 25.2, the destination executable because we are not configured the dynamic routing. Okay, first our dynamic routing is goes to the router 0 or our router first. You can type this router EIGRP. Okay, you can after this you can ask on the system want a autonomous system number like OSPF, but the number must same to other router. Okay, we'll type 1 for the number and entering our network. Our network in the here is not many, just to IP address 192 and 10.10. Okay, our user first is 15 point this. Okay, we are not entering wildcard because wildcard is using at OSPF. After that, net for our neighbor, and the first last step is no auto summary because we are wanna where we are type the auto summary because we wanna summarizing our IP network at this routing table. Okay, done. It's so easy, guys, to type the routing EIGRP protocol, not entering the wildcard or area. Okay, but as you know, the EIGRP protocol is Cisco proprietary only. You cannot find it on other provider. Okay, continue again. Remember the number has same for other router. Entering our network is 0.10. Oh, as you can see on your screen, agency is so fast, not like our neighbor our protocol routing OSPF. We must waiting for the configuration entering to our neighbor. 20 for our last neighbor and auto summary for summarizing our last router GRP1 entering network is 112 25.0 and 2020. Okay, as you can see on your screen, the summarization and the agency is so fast, not like OSPF, because I think the Cisco make that more easier because Cisco is wanna make the user is having enjoyful with that provider. Okay, we will see our ping to our neighbor and we will check first the status of our Okay, we are gonna check our routing. So you can see on your screen the flag like this. D flag is EIGRP. As you can see, you can check your comment is right or not. In the here, L is local, C is connected, and D is EIGRP. And now our EIGRP is right, or go into our neighbor. If we are configuration anything, you can see with this comment do show IP route, and for flag OSPF is O. Okay, clear for our checking. And now we are goes to ping our neighbor. You're ready because they knowing. Okay, the first is request timeout, but usually after that we receive the reply from our neighbor. We'll check it again at next neighbor 15.2. Okay, sorry, I don't get it for this. Okay, as you can see on your screen, the reply from is Axis, and they answering our reply. So I think this is done for our configuration at EIGRP. Thank you guys for watching. If you have wondering how the EIGRP or to faster our the configuration, you can ask in comment column. And if you wanna I make a model for routing this, I will send to you and I will make it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time with me, Faras, at Disco and Learning with Microtik with me. Peace.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.